Hi, the last new movie I watched for 2025 was Zootopia 2, which finally streamed on Disney Plus this weekend, having been a gigantic box office success. I think it was the highest grossing film of the year in the United States. It's the second highest grossing animated film of all time, the most successful ever to come out of the West, um, and has been a giant hit in China, of all places. It follows on from the previous film with Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde, a rabbit and a fox, respectively, living in the animal city of Zootropolis, or Zootopia, depending on which country you're watching the movie in, because it had to be retitled Zootropolis in most of Europe, because another company already owns the copyright to the name Zootopia. I'm going to call it by its original title. Having solved the mystery in the first film, they're now working together in the police as a chalk and cheese partnership, although despite that being best friends. And a new case winds up with the discovery that snakes appear to be back in Zootopia, having apparently emigrated away decades earlier. This leads Nick and Judy onto a case that will overturn everyone's knowledge of how the city was founded and the relationship between mammals and reptiles. It's quite startling that a film like this has been as successful as it is, because it is, as I said in the review of Sinners the other day, whenever whenever the phrase "don't go woke or go woke and go broke" is invoked, the idea that anything that's has progressive messaging is doomed to disaster, you can point at this movie and say this movie is about how rich people use divide and conquer race strategies to enforce their power and to blame other races for problems. And this is an extremely progressive film. And it's and it's been a gigantic global success, particularly in China, of all places. It's very much about um, multiculturalism succeeding despite the supremacist values of the powerful elite. Um, and that's a remarkable message to put in an animated Disney film aimed at a broad family audience. Even leaving that aside, this is a very well constructed mystery. You have two very engaging lead characters, played by Ginnifer Goodwin and uh, Mason Bateman. An excellent supporting cast. You have Huy Quan as a snake, who I thought was superb. Has an enormous supporting cast of almost like an all-star murderer's row of Disney voice artists, to the extent you even have Dwayne Johnson contributing a couple of lines as a Dick, and Michael J. Fox playing a fox and delivering one of Biff Tannen's lines from Back to the Future. Um, it's an absolutely packed movie. I was very impressed by the first film, I remember, and I was hoping that this would be more of the same. I think this is possibly superior to the first film in being a very thoughtful and intelligent film about a multicultural city and the political and social aspects of that, but also being an exciting adventure story and also being a talking animal movie for young kids, which they will enjoy. This is the kind of animated film that Henning Mankell, author of the Wallander novels, would have produced, something that has broad audience appeal by capitalizing on existing tropes and existing genre and playing with cliche, but underneath it, a very strong, powerful, progressive political message that the film is about multiculturalism and interracial cooperation and how good people will not let the machinations of the rich and powerful divide them. I think it's a remarkable feat in getting this into cinema, particularly at a time like now. That it's been as successful as it has is very encouraging. And I hope that people are giving the film's subtext the level of thought that it merits. Um, the first film was very much about racism, This is about multiculturalism. It's a broader view of the same family of concepts, let's say. But again, it's full of action. It's full of very funny gags, entertaining characters, visually very inventive. It's it's hard to think of how it could be an improvement, and it's the only reason it's not in my top 10 of the year is that it was just pipped by one or two things that suddenly surprised me. Zootopia 2 didn't surprise me because I was primed by the first film to expect a lot. If this had been somehow even more daring and thoughtful and really had broken the mold beyond what the first film had done, rather than advancing it a stage further, then this might have made the top 10. But even so, this is a very impressive piece of work, very entertaining, very enjoyable, food for thought. It's got subjects that one can discuss with one's kids or one's uh, co-watching children. Um, but a very impressive and encouraging piece of work. And I was particularly impressed right at the end, where we have the usual sort of dance party end credits of the movie's main song playing, and all the characters are dancing. And we have the credits running. And at the end, it says a film by, and rather than the director's name, it says a film by everyone at Disney Animation. So it's the work of a collective. And that's very much the theme of the movie, that we are stronger together, that we are bound more by what we share than we are divided by our differences. And that is a wonderful and encouraging message to send out at any point.